Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Liverpool fans who believe the Premier League title is destined for Anfield are being offered the chance to watch the trophy lift live for a bank-busting £130,000. After a week which saw the Merseyside club's travelling supporters join forces with their rival from Manchester City to call on clubs to stop exploiting loyalty when the two clubs met at the Etihad, it can be revealed that third-party ticket websites are already looking to cash in on the Reds' charge to be crowned champions. Prime tickets for Liverpool's final game of the season are currently on offer for a staggering £25,000 each, with prospective buyers having to buy a minimum of 4 for a luxury package that will also see them wined and dined ahead of the clash with Crystal Palace. The website is also charging an additional £7,500 per ticket to cover service fees and taxes, bringing the total package to an astonishing £130,000. Punters will be treated to a 3-course slap-up meal in the 400-capacity Beautiful Game Hospitality Lounge inside Anfield's main stand, as well as complimentary drinks, snacks, a visit from a former Liverpool player, and a top seat in Block M4. The website gives a 150% guarantee that the package will be delivered as advertised. Cheaper tickets are available, starting at £1,852.50 for a seat, with Palace's 3,000 travelling supporters. Customers can buy up to 10 tickets in a single transaction. Those seats will be sold for just £30 through official club sources. Liverpool are 13 points clear at the top of the Premier League, with just 10 games left to play, and prices on the black market are expected to keep rising as they close in on glory. Fans will be desperate to be there on the final day of the season to see captain Virgil van Dijk lift the trophy. When Liverpool were crowned champions in 2020, skipper Jordan Henderson led Jurgen Klopp's team up to collect the Premier League inside an empty stadium due to the restrictions put in place because of the pandemic. That was the Reds' first title triumph in 30 years. Liverpool would draw level with rivals Manchester United if they become champions for a record-equaling 20th time. The clash with Palace could also be the last time that Van Dijk, Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold play for the club, with all 3 players out of contract at the end of the season. Mohamed Salah was told to be careful by Ibrahima Konate as the Liverpool star put up his Ramadan decorations in his home. The Egyptian is in the midst of his annual observance and put up several decorations in his house, but it had one of his teammates worried. Salah was pictured standing on his sofa as he put banners on the wall, but Konate was fearing an unlikely slip and an injury. As a result, he joked on social media that the Liverpool frontman should tread with caution as his absence would have a serious impact on the team's ambitions in the final months of the season. Last weekend, Salah scored once again, this time at Manchester City, as the Reds further extended their lead at the top of the Premier League. They now sit 13 points clear of Arsenal, but are also looking to land the Champions League and the Carabao Cup. In the latter of those tournaments, they only have Newcastle standing between them and the trophy, with the two teams squaring off at Wembley. In Europe, Liverpool and Salah are eyeing their second success together, following their exploits in 2019. The Egyptian has helped the Reds reach 3 finals, and they're among the favourites to be contesting for Europe's biggest prize in Munich come May. Salah has put together one of his best individual seasons and is on course to land another Premier League Golden Boot. He also tops the assist charts with his goal contributions, potentially leading to one of the great top-flight seasons. All this has come amid continued talk of the player leaving, as his contract has just months to run. Salah and Liverpool are yet to reach an agreement over an extension, despite his stellar performances, which have seen him talked up as a favourite for the Ballon d'Or. Daniel Sturridge said recently, "We're talking Ballon d'Or now. If we're not talking Ballon d'Or with Mohamed Salah, then it's getting out of hand. We have to start putting him that conversation now and saying, I don't even know if he's had a top 5 vote or a top 3 vote yet." Liverpool great, Mark Lawrenson doesn't believe Trent Alexander-Arnold should be criticised if he leaves the Reds this summer. The former Reds defender also reckons it is more important they keep hold of Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. All three Liverpool stars are out of contract this summer and have yet to agree new deals with the club. Alexander-Arnold, 26, is wanted by Real Madrid, but is still in talks about staying at Anfield. While Van Dijk and Salah are also in contact with the club with hopes still high that they will remain at the club beyond this summer. Everyone seems to think Trent's going, and I think he probably will, said Lawrenson, who won 5 league titles and a European Cup in his 7 years at Anfield. In all honesty, he doesn't owe anybody anything. Van Dijk, 33, has been a rock at the back for the Reds this season, as they've kept 12 clean sheets in the Premier League, which they lead by 13 points. I think the importance is the other two, added Lawrenson. Van Dijk is above anyone as the most important one. He holds the whole thing together. Not that it needs too much holding together, but he is absolutely pivotal, the captain, the guy in the dressing room, all those kinds of things. Salah, 32, is also crucial, and with his 52 goal involvement so far this season as the Reds go for 3 major trophies, Lawrenson reckons a new deal is a must. The former Reds defender believes Salah is the best in the world at the moment. He said, "If it were me, I'd offer him a 1-year contract with a 1-year option. Only because I'm not sure next year he can possibly be as good as he is this year. This year he's been sensational. He's more of a team player. Don't get me wrong, he's been great since he's been there. But there was a bit of a spell where it was kind of like, give it to me and I'll score, when actually other people were better off in terms of scoring the goal. But I think he's got over that and he's a little bit more of a team player, and he's had an unbelievable season. Good luck to him. I cannot think of anybody any better than him." Even looking at the boys that play in Spain, I think they're looking at him saying, what a player he is. He's at the very, very peak of his career. In relation to his contract, even if he's 3/4 as good next year, it's still going to be good enough with lots of goals. Liverpool have been warned that Darwin Nunez may have had his head turned after recent criticism from Arneslot. The Reds boss called out Nunez's unacceptable behaviour after the Uruguay forward missed a glorious chance in last week's frustrating 2-2 draw away to Aston Villa. I would prefer him to score, but the word chance says it all. It's a chance, so it's not 100% sure that the ball goes in. And players miss chances, Slot said. That I can accept, but what was a bit harder for me to accept was his behaviour after that chance. I think it got too much in his head, where he wasn't the usual Darwin that works his off and makes sure he helps the team. That is something we will talk about. Slot later clarified his strong remarks and said he was left frustrated because it was the second time the player's work rate had dropped, rather than being annoyed about the missed chance itself. The Dutch head coach has now been told that the reason for Nunez's lackluster attitude could be due to interest from other clubs. The £65 million signing was reported to be the subject of attention from Saudi Arabian clubs during the winter transfer window. And former Manchester United goalkeeper Ben Foster believes he may already have one eye on the Anfield exit door. If you're somebody looking from the outside in, that reeks of him going to Saudi Arabia in the summer, Foster said on his Fozcast podcast. That's enough of a statement for me from Arneslot to say that he's not happy with this. Usually Darwin, whether he misses or scores, he works his socks off. He does it properly. He gets back and he wants to win the ball back. He's not even doing that now, and that smells of a player that's already had his head turned. Following last week's draw, Slot later revealed he had spoken directly to Nunez about the issue, resulting in a marked improvement in his work rate. But Foster said it might already be too late for him to resurrect his career at Liverpool, with fans growing increasingly frustrated by his poor performance in front of goal. As uncertainty looms over the future of several Red stars, the former Wrexham stopper warned that Anfield Chiefs need to boost the club's attacking options during the summer. He said, "I don't think Nunez is a weak link because he's a handful, and any defence coming up against him would worry about him because he's so physically capable. He's a little bit like Erling Haaland in that sense. But I think the thing that Liverpool fans are a little bit disappointed with is that he misses so many big chances. What's going to happen with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah? Nobody really knows yet, so that's one position they need to get right,"